Honourable Tammy Franks.
Thank you, Mr President. I rise on behalf of the Greens to support this motion put before this council by the Honourable Irene Neff-Matikos in relation to the conflict affecting the people of the Republic of Armenia and the Armenian people of that Republic of Artsakh, often referred to as Nagorno-Karabakh. The most recent conflict in the region, which is only the latest in a long-running dispute that has seen full-scale war, border clashes, and in living memory pogroms, ethnic cleansing and the destruction of cultural heritage, is of particularly deep concern given the increased involvement of greater powers. Although Russia and Turkey have for centuries been closely involved in the events of this region, this latest conflict seems to be an expansion of their ongoing proxy clashes and regional phallometrics that pose a substantial threat to any hopes for stability in this region. It must not be forgotten, however, that it is the people of this region, particularly the ethnic Armenian population in Artsakh, who are in the greatest peril. Although occurring before this time, coincidentally, Mr President, it is since the 24th of April 1915, as our Anzacs made their final preparations to sacrifice their lives on the soil of Gallipoli, that the most significant era of the Armenian people of the region began. For it is at this time that the Armenian genocide, recognised and acknowledged as such by South Australia, commenced. Sadly, our counterparts in the Federal Parliament have refused to recognise the Armenian genocide, but the Greens will continue to call for this to change, as we have done for years. Over 1 million dead as a result of this planned and coordinated effort by the Ottomans to kill and expel Armenians from Turkey, likely the first major genocide of the 20th century, and in many ways a blueprint for the actions taken 20 to 25 years later in Europe against the Jewish populations. Further persecution followed, including organised pogroms and the destruction of Armenian cultural heritage. With the heavy loss of the Artsakh forces in the most recent conflict, Turkey, with its still unacknowledged historical stain, taking a much stronger interest in Azerbaijan and flexing its diplomatic and military muscles, as well as a potential opening up of a third proxy conflict between Russia and Turkey, it is the Armenian population of the region that still stands in the greatest peril. We must do all in our power and lend our voices as members of this council and as members of political parties, lend our voices and support to the people of Artsakh and let them and the forces arrayed against them know that we are watching and that we will not allow them or their plight to be forgotten or swept away again. So the Greens today in this council stand with the Honourable Irene Neff-Matikos and the parties in this place in support of this motion, and we stand with the people of Artsakh in support of their right to live free and happy lives and to celebrate and enjoy their culture with safety and security. We commend the motion to the council.